Hey guys, and welcome to Alan's Gaming. This is of course Alan of Alan's Gaming, and today we're playing Mass Effect 1. I've got all three of the original versions, so Mass Effect 1, 2, 3 and Andromeda in terms of fourth game, and all the DLC for the first three. I don't have all the DLC for Andromeda, but we'll get there eventually. In terms of Mass Effect we're playing today, this is the Legendary Edition. It does not have the Pinnacle Station DLC. Let's get started.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database. Classified information requested. Establishing secure connection. Secure connection confirmed.
From a personal perspective, Vanguard is quite possibly the best class in Mass Effect 3 from my personal playstyle, so when we get to Mass Effect 3 you'll actually see why. Now, as you can see, I'm importing a character level 29. Now, because we're playing Legendary Edition, max level is level 60. Sorry, level 30. The original version was level 60, this is level 30. Now, with Pinnacle Station you would have maxed out, but that obviously didn't happen. As you can see, I've played 24 hours. Now, part of the reason I'm importing a character rather than playing from the start is, of course, because I don't feel like having to play through a second time just to import my character into the second game. So, let's get going.
Well, what about Shepard? She's a spacer, lived aboard starships most of her life.
Military service runs in the family. Both her parents were in the Navy.
She proved herself during the Blitz, held off enemy forces on the ground until reinforcements arrived.
She's the only reason Elysium is still standing.
We can't question her courage.
Humanity needs a hero, and Shepard's the best we've got.
I'll make the call.
Arcturus Prime relay is in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander?
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot. Acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit. Is green. Approach run has begun. Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1.
Thrusters? Check. Navigation? Check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift? Just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment. So you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead, so that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
They don't send Spectres on shakedown runs.
So there's more going on here than the captain's letting on.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance Brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
He sounds angry. Something must have gone wrong with the mission.
Captain always sounds like that when he's talking to me.
Can't possibly imagine why.
Okay, for those of you who have played Mass Effect, there is a hell of a lot going on with the game. A lot of exploration, so on and so forth. Now, for me, I find Mass Effect as a game as a whole probably the best space-based game ever created. Now, this is pretty much where I'm going to leave this video. However, because I'm not going to actually do everything on screen. I'm going to do the main missions and that's it for the video. This was just an intro video, but gameplay. Insanity. Just for the hell of it. I've pretty much max level, I've got almost the best items, so I might as well go for it, right? Also, in the original game, I played the game dozens of times. Probably close to 100, and the only difficulty I could not finish completely through on Insanity was Game 1, and it wasn't because I couldn't play the game on Insanity. Pinnacle Station was just too fucking hard on Insanity. Any other difficulty? Fine. Insanity, not so much. Now, in terms of this is kind of info if you're interested. There's our current mission, not much to go with right now. Equipment, as you can see I'm carrying a whole load of stuff. It is generally not a good idea to sell this stuff too early, simply because some of it is the armor for your people that you've already collected in the previous playthrough. Now, in terms of squad, there are my current abilities. Now you can see I've got Charm, Max, Intimidate. That's because I play Paragon, not Renegade. Now I've got the bonus Paragon already simply because it's played through High Paragon. Now, for those of you who don't know, if you didn't put any points in Charm or Intimidate and you keep importing your character over and over again, you play the same game over and over again, importing your character every single time. Every time you play through, you will gain 1 extra point along this bar. So you get 1 extra Charm, 1 extra Intimidate every single time you play the game through. And as such, in theory, you could actually save every single one of these and put them here. And that may actually be my mistake in terms of finishing the game on Insanity difficulty, except that the Vanguard is not the best class to play Pinnacle Station on Insanity. The Soldier is simply because of base survivability, just for overall information. And that pretty much covers it. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed. There's our character, Joker is the best pilot. Oh, one last thing. The greatest thing about this game is, yes, there are aliens, but in most games, even the Star Trek game, the Star Wars games, there are aliens, but humans in alien clothing. Kind of like you're doing cosplay. Like, the racial differences between the different alien races don't actually seem that different to human racial characteristics. But in this game, they not only have different racial characteristics, but they have different lifespans and backstories, and what drives them as a species. Humanity, of course, short lifespan, they don't like being the bottom of the log, so they drive themselves really hard and they push to do whatever the fuck they like. You've got the Asari who live for 1,000 years and, for lack of a better term, just sit there smoking weed while the rest of the galaxy gets on with it, until they finally feel like doing something. That's basically who the Asari are. Now, I'm just being derogatory towards them. The Asari are actually pretty cool. In terms of favourite races, the Drell are one, simply because of Thane Krios in the second game. He is awesome. And probably the Turian. That red guy in red, he's a Turian, who you saw in the video earlier. And that's because I like their base, the characters that you have in the game with them the most. But anyway, yeah, take care, enjoy, see you another time.